our community. In the state of Florida, we have 384,521 small Black businesses. So we have a lot to be proud of here in Florida, and we're one of the fastest growing states for small Black businesses. I brought you here today for this expo because I want to emphasize one really large factor. The fact that we need to support each other, that there's power in us supporting each other. And to give you an example, how many of you remember the Bank Black movement? Raise your hand. Started in 2017. And a lot of people say, why are we doing this? Why are we supporting Black Blacks and Black businesses, etc.? But I want you to know that together, we made a difference. One United, a bank that is headquartered out of, or has a branch down in Miami, they said just that bank alone saw $20 million in deposits that generated $130 million in loans. It doubled its social media numbers and increased its staff by 10% in light of the Black-owned banks movement. That is the power and the impact that we can have collectively when we move with intention. Isn't that awesome? So that's the point of us being here tonight. But we wouldn't be here tonight if it weren't for some really special folks that I want to introduce before we get into our Get Funded panel. So first, I want to recognize a few special people, supportive people in the audience. I'd like to, a wonderful supporter. Thank you so much for always supporting the chamber. And I know I saw last year, if you all came, we were in the city of Lauderhill Lakes, and I know we had Commissioner Sharon Thomas that was here. Give a big wave. Oh, there she is. Big wave. Another wonderful supporter of the chamber. I want to bring up one of our sponsors who's been with us. He's my big brother by now. Please welcome Director of the Broward County Office of Economic and Small Business Development, Sandy Michael McDonald.
So that means I'm not your big brother? Hey, so on behalf of Broward County, on behalf of Mayor Nan Ritchie, our county commissioners, and on behalf of Monica Sparrow, we intentionally are a part of the sponsorship and relationship with the Broward Black Chamber. We work with all of our chambers. Significantly, the Broward Black Chamber has been intentional, like this expo today. So we want to make sure that we can represent. We want to make sure that though our county programs are race and gender neutral, that doesn't mean that my Black, my minority, my women, my veteran, my service disabled businesses should not get engaged and involved. We want everyone who's interested in doing government procurement to know the program, know the carve-outs, know what we can do in terms of the local program as well as the federal program. But again, tonight, all the vendors that are in the room, these are resources that are available to our small businesses. Some are resources available to startup businesses and entrepreneurs. So I take my hat off for all 3 years that the Expo has done this and we're a part of it. But I really take my hat off to Shaiwa and the entire Black Chamber. Their intentional commitment to assuring, that's her phone number, their intentional commitment to assuring that Black businesses have resources is what it's all about. So you will hear resources and you'll see resources today, not only in Broward, some from our partners in Miami, and some from Palm Beach, because we believe whatever that outreach is, whatever your needs are, we want to make, and the chamber want to make sure that you have access. So again, thank you for having me. I'm done. I do have a table over there with staff if you got specific questions, and I'll be around for the duration of the evening. But thanks again.
Let's give him a big round of applause. Sandy got expert with our luncheon as well. And don't let Sandy fool you. Jayne Ingrid, she's trying to get her money. So make sure you meet with them today. We also want to share a special thank you to Memorial Healthcare Systems. They're coming on as a sponsor this year for the first time, especially since they're out here in Miramar. I didn't see a representative, but wanted to say thank you publicly. I'm also going to introduce a really great partner. We have literally walked the city with this partner. The folks in the economic development department here at Miramar are special. I just have to say that. And it's always our pleasure working with them. So come on up, Paul George, to say a few words to the folks. And thank you for being our event partner today.
Come on, you can do better than that. Come on! Welcome to Miramar! So, first and foremost, if you don't know, when you walked in, you're in Miramar, and this is our house. And when you come into our house, you gotta have a Miramar spirit, right? Right? So clap once if you want a business. Clap twice if you want a successful business. Clap 3 times if you're a Miramar business. Clap 4 times if you are a Miramar resident. Awesome, awesome. I'm here on behalf of Economic Development and Housing Department. So we do take care of the housing aspect, and we love, join the chamber, we pay your first year's cost. So please join before it's gone. I'm just saying. And then the next thing is for our housing, if you're in Miramar and you live in Miramar and you do not own a house, what's going on? We have up to 90,000 closing costs. 90,000 closing costs that we're giving away as a grant. That's free. Wow. Like Mr. Sandy likes to say, it's free. And of course, we love you being here as a resident, as well as a small business. And if you're not part of us, you're about to be. I'm just putting it out there. Come see me at the table, and I help you become part of our Miramar family. Now, we don't do this just for fun. We do this because we're empowered by our elected officials, as well as my director, Anita Fain-Taylor. So everything you see here, the amount of energy that you see,
Power to give your business the money it needs to succeed. So we're going to engage in a little conversation, and then I'll take some questions from the audience. So first and foremost, we're going to be simple. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, and specifically as it relates to you being in your current role. So go ahead, start off, Joshua.
Hello everybody, how's it going? Good, good. All right, let's have this conversation about capital. I'm glad to be a part of the Miami Bayside Foundation. Been with the program for over 3 years now. Been in economic development for almost 10 years, I believe. And before that, I was in business coaching and actually got to work with a startup that got acquired by Pepsi. I'm taking all that knowledge, my experience in working with business owners, whether on a startup level or established, make sure they're able to access capital, make sure that they're able to actually implement some of the new ways of doing business. We got to make sure that a lot of the programs that we're using for our businesses up to that. So that's what I'm here to do.
Alrighty, hello, bonjour, bonsoir. Listen, everybody, the vendors, the people in the back, the people to the side. Listen, I gotta get everybody's attention. My name is Merlandy Simeon. I go by Landy. I am with the Black Business Investment Fund. I'm the regional director for them. So I provide black dollars to black business owners. So we provide money to you guys. So we do loans anywhere from $5,000 up to $2 million, right? So South Florida specifically, within the last 9 months, we have been able to move at, if I'm not mistaken, we're close to $9 million now in South Florida. So I know you guys are mingling and talking, but we are the folks that you guys need to get in contact with when the other folks aren't able to help you. So again, my name is Merlandy. I do go by Landy, and with the Black Business Investment Financial. And my background, oh yes, I'd love to tell you that. So my background, I've been in finance a little over 15 years now. I worked for a major financial institution for 11 of those 15 years, moving money from North Miami, Miami Lakes, Aventura, Hialeah, you name it. I gave money to all type of people. But one of my main focuses in joining a CDFI, and I would like to know by a show of hands, how many of you are familiar with the acronym CDFI? And usually that's what I get, like 3 or 4 people out of the hundreds or the thousands of people that I speak upon. So I work now for a community development financial institution. So what does that mean? So if you're with a Navy Federal Credit Union, that can be considered a CDFI, quote unquote, because they want to focus on people in the Navy. The Teachers Credit Union, that can be considered.
We also do loans from $10,000 all the way up to $6 million. We are an SBA lender, and we also provide a lot of technical service and assistance as well. We also are in the new market tax credits as it relates to real estate, and we also have a loan fund with Broward County in the Broward Municipal Service District. If you know about that, ask me afterwards, or have Sandy send you over to me. We can talk about that as well. And I'm also on the board, founding board member of the Broward County Bank Chamber, and represent the Tourism Economy Committee. Thanks a lot. My background is in business development and sales. I've been in real estate development and construction and financing a lot of projects. So that's my background. That's what I do.
Thank you all. That kind of gives us some grounding in who you are and the background question. But I know that our audience wants to know, one, what are the programs that you specifically provide? So how do you help Black businesses? And then we'll get into the advice you give, given the folks that you see come to you day in and day out, and the tricks to the trade and the tips that you give our audience. So talk first about the specific programs that you have that help small businesses. How do you help them?
All right, one of the main, it might touch the other area that we're getting to next, is how many people are prepared right now for the next disaster? How many people have your paperwork, your taxes, everything ready if we had to do another idle loan? What we're seeing, and the reason why the SBA is back there right now. One of the main things that we focus on is what we call technical assistance, but it's training, mentoring, digging into your numbers and finding out what is really inhibiting the business from growing. Consultants work with you in the areas of projections, financials, your profit and loss, that balance sheet, all these core things that if something were to happen and you come to a bank, you come to us, you come to anyone, this is the first thing they're going to ask for. Show me that you're ready. Show me that you have what it takes to get the support that you're asking for. So one of the key things for all of us is technical assistance. We want to make sure that the training programs that you enter meet that basic need of dollars. Our particular organization, we only cover Miami, Broward, and Monroe County. We lend up to $250,000. And this is why we all work together, because the need in the community hasn't changed in over hundreds and hundreds of years. So if we don't collaborate and aren't in competition, and that's why our particular fund, once you're out of our league or there's a specific need, I'd love to pass you over to Landy, love to pass you over to JR and hear you were able to close out the acquisition. I love to hear that our businesses are actually getting the funds that every day on the news we're hearing about major organizations being sued for. But we're right here. And I'm cutting into all your questions, but one of the main things is you've met us, but there's 10 business owners you know that will never meet us. They may never come to an event like this. They don't know that my institution has a 6% loan flat. We're looking for credit scores around 600. We're able to work with different cases, all of us. We're able to actually support these business owners, and as we see them close one by one, or we see different situations throughout our communities, you need to know that we're one of the first lines of defense that assist you. So we offer training, and we offer loans at low percentages with low barriers of interest, and we're actually here to support you as you are doing your paperwork and connecting you with tax services and other people to get you to the finish line.
Thank you. So I think to piggyback what he said is Me working in finance and banking for a major financial institution, many of the folks that look like you came into my office and I couldn't help you, right? And they're like, Landy, you keep calling me. You told me I would get the loan. You told me I would get the credit card, and I put the application in, and I get a decline, and I didn't know what to tell you, right? And I'm looking at you like, oh my God, I've been calling these people 3, 4, 5, 10 times. They finally came into my office, finally got them to the credit card, finally got them to the loan, and I wasn't able to help them. And this is something that we consistently hear in our community, that's saying, I go to these big banks and they're unable to help us. What we're trying to share with you guys is folks like ourselves, there are financial institutions here specifically to educate you, and I want to make sure I say this very loud and clear. You guys know how to make money, but you guys don't understand the business of money. And we're here to educate you on the business of money. So it's very imperative to touch base on what we do. So back to what Shahila's question was, here at the Black Business Investment Fund. As a CDFI, we've been here for 37 years. We started because of the McDuffie riots down here in Overtown. That's the reason why an organization like ours have started. We realized like people like ourselves were not getting the treatment that we deserve. So we opened up a CDFI and saying, hey, we need the same rights as the other folks. So what does that mean? Just like my partner here just mentioned, we also provide technical assistance in educating you on the business of money. So it's not saying, hey, let me come knock on your door, I need a $20,000 startup loan, but I don't have a business plan. I don't have projections. I don't know how much money I'm going to make in a year. Come to us and let us educate you on that and saying, okay, if you want to start a hair care line, skincare line, lipstick line, whatever line it is you want to start, did you know your counterpart down the street is doing the same thing? And she's competing for the same business that you're doing. So this is where we come and educate you on that. So that's another part that is very important to do business with CDFIs. We, here at BBIF specifically, we lend anywhere from $10,000 up to $2 million, right? This is in our money. We also do new market tax credits. I'm proud to say in South Florida alone, I have clients here specifically that are potential clients in the future for new market tax credit dollars. And you guys might not even understand what that phrase means. What does new market tax credit mean, right? So let me give you guys just a quick overview about what new market tax credit is. So if you have a center just like this, I don't know who owns the center, I don't know if it's the city, right? So let's say Shahid wanted to buy this building right here to do something like this. And Shahid comes to me and says, hey, Landy, I have $2 million, but the building costs $10 million. I need an additional $8 million to help me with this, but the city's not helping me, nobody's helping me. How can you help me? She comes to an organization like mine or his and says, this is what I'm doing. It's helping the community. It's helping entrepreneurs. So what we do is I pitch it to the powers that be and say, Shahid wants $8 million. How much of the $8 million guys this? And this is very important. You guys know this loan is interest only for 7 years. Not only is it interest only for 7 years, after 7 years, if you keep up with those payments, y'all gotta hear this. They forgive the loan. Ain't God good? Let me tell y'all something. Let me say, okay, ain't God good? Show you. So the fact is, you guys have to come to events like these, speak to organizations like ours that offer you guys this particular type of information to know. Because let me tell you, these people know what it is. I'm not going to say it out loud, but these people know what it is. It's the fact that we need to know what this is, a neighbor or a friend. So next time you guys come to something like this, bring somebody with you. And that's how we're going to continue to empower each other, elevate each other, and get to the next level. But just like Nehemiah mentioned, we do something similar, very similar. We partner very well together. We do a lot of these events together. So once they pass that $250,000 threshold, he does send them over to me. Now I know you do $6 million there. I'm going to send them over there to you. So So definitely, I'm definitely going to have to partner up with you as well. But please, moving forward, don't hold this information. So listen, I don't forget faces. I'm going to remember when I come to one of these things. I'm like, oh, you came here. I want you guys to bring somebody.
We are in the city of Broward. We also provide lending new market tax credits. If you're on Sistrum and you see all that building going on, we're a part of the new market tax credit in that area. Not to mention Broward Municipal Service District. We're offering up to $150,000 in the unincorporated Broward County area municipal service district, 3% interest for 6 years. We just funded a coin laundry. I didn't really realize how much a coin laundry machine makes right on Sunrise. And what we do as a part of technical assistance is we have a 6-week entrepreneurship academy where we drill down on your financials. At the end of the day, it's about cash flow. At the end of the day, do you have enough in that net operating income to really actually support the monthly debt service on this loan? If not, okay. If not, let's work on it. It may not, a delay is not a denial. We do not give a rejection letter to say you got rejected from the bank. No, this is what you need to get a yes. So if it takes 12 months, 6 months, or whatever it takes to do, work with us, all 3 of us, to get that done. Follow the steps, and we'll coach you through it and mentor you through the process. What advice would I give? If you're a thriving business right now, you got good cash flow, even though you don't need the money right now, the best time to apply for a loan is when you don't need it. Because, you know why? You know why? Because there's going to come a time you need it, and you're going to need it right away. Well, you knew it was coming. We could have got this thing done 6 months ago, but now here we are. So the best time to get the money is when you don't need it. And if you look at your projections and your forecast for business, it will tell you that you need to get it right now.
That's good advice. So I guess some advice I would give for the room. 1, know your numbers. Know your numbers. Let me tell you something. I want to say the majority of the folks I help are people that look like us up here. And the majority of the folks that I help don't know their numbers. They don't know their numbers. They just say, hey, you know what, I make 500,000, 300,000, million. They're just, heads down, working. And they don't know their numbers. I say, hey, you know what? Mr. Jones, what's your projections for the next 3 years? Oh, I don't know nothing about that. I paid a CPA to do that. That's crazy talk. You can't be having, this is how you are setting up as entrepreneurs. This is how you're setting up your children, generational wealth, your children's children. So if I come to you and I tell you what are your projections for the next 3 months and you cannot articulate that to me, that's a major problem, right? It's not fair to say or come to any one of us and say, you know what, my CPA does that. That's what I paid a CPA to do. No, this is what you need to know. Because what I've realized, I've had many CPAs that take a lot of money from folks like us because we don't understand it. So my number 1 advice is knowing your numbers, because when that CPA throws something at you, although you may not be able to articulate it fluidly, but you're able to say, I understand 1 + 1 = 2, and this is not adding up to me. So this is why it's very imperative, know your numbers, know your projections, and lastly, know your competition. Know what your competition is doing, because the same way you came to me and actually the same business plan, say this is the next new idea, has come to us and told us the same exact thing.
Maybe here. There are connections in this room that you have to master and make sure that you're able to take with you. If you can't do that, we have a problem, because our businesses and communities will get smaller and smaller. Not mine. I'm gonna go. I speak a little Spanish. I'm gonna meet somebody. I'm gonna talk to somebody. Hope that ain't recorded. But anyway, we have to master these rooms and these moments, because you never know who you're sitting next to. There may be an investment that someone needs that you have, and your cash flow and your net is saying you can never get a loan, because on your taxes it's always write off. But somehow there's cash flow in your bank. So there may be a better business that you can partner with, you can invest with, that is right next to you, that is doing the right thing. There may be a new generation that be able to take your business to the next level, and you're passing by them casually, just giving out cards, going through your business the same way you've been doing business. And that's why we offer the education. That's one reason why we do startup lending. Some of us also do startup lending here. This is something that we know that if we're in this room, there's 10 other people, I guarantee you guys know, that have a vision, that have a family, that have something that needs to happen for them, and you're the key to it. Whether it's just as simple as here's a card for this organization, join the chamber, pay your dues, show up, volunteer, check out the accountant that works with them, the accountants and all the different business service providers. Meet with us, have coffee. I met with a group and I'm not saying name, they wanted me to pay a particular fee to meet with them weekly. And they said, no, you have to come to meetings. We have to get referrals from you. We have to grow as a unit continuously. And I said, what is this, a cult? Yes. It's a cult for my business, for my generation, for my family. I have to be just that serious. The same way I'm at church every Sunday or every other day. It's important for me to take that same methodology in my business and say, I need to grow my network just like this. So I want you guys to take this moment, look around the room, connect with people, and really utilize this chamber. Bother she you up. Make her chase you off. That's it.
Thank you. Give them a round of applause. This is an awesome panel. If any of you have a question, please raise your hand and come to the front. We want to ensure that you're able to get your question answered. If you're shy, they'll still be here. You can walk up to them and ask your question. But before we close, I want to say we did this panel because the absolute number one question we get, can I get a grant? Can I get some funding? Where's the money? I want to start a business. And you have to understand what it's going to take. And these folks on the stage understand what it's going to take, and they can get you there. Furthermore, I love the way you close, Josh. Lean into your chamber. This chamber is different than any other chamber. We actually have a grant ourselves that we administer where we utilize our members that are certified experts to help you get your financial statements right in the first place, because a lot of folks don't have it, and it's okay if you don't. We're here to help get you prepared. We want you to succeed because of what's riding on it, our future. We're talking about generational wealth, and we're talking about catching up. So if there are no questions for this panel, please give them a resounding round of applause. Thank you all. We appreciate you. And please make sure you ask some questions. As we close, I want to say, our members, raise your hand, members. Broward County Black Chamber members, raise your hand, raise your hand. I love my members. Please don't forget, we do this for you. So all of our, you pay your dues, like you said, it's $25 literally a month. And we do these expos and other events to highlight you, to promote you, to get you to come out and meet some of your other fellow members, because we know that there is power, there is connection, there are dollars, there are opportunities in the building. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of the expo. I want to thank once again Sandy Memorial and the City of Miramar for welcoming us with open arms. Thank you all.
Daryl, come to the stage. Daryl. Daryl.